Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tuesday Applied Neolife. And today is a special one because we are actually answering the question again, why Neolife? But this time it is a business presentation. My name is Esa Zanambasi. I love to host you on this platform on this day. And I thought we would discuss a little bit about why it is important to choose correctly. So, life is all about knowing how to choose. And that way, one can set the tone of the home and indeed your life. So, what we do in this family is we surround ourselves with people. It's a people business. And I just put together a collage of some of the ladies that I admire and respect. And one of them is going to do the presentation for us. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself and to do the business presentation. So, Margaret, you are most welcome. I will stop sharing and you can take it away with your sharing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eseza. Welcome everybody on board. I'm excited to be here this evening. This is one of my great passions, just to get an opportunity to talk to people about health and wellness. I'll just say a little bit about myself. Before this opportunity or this business, I work for an international bank. And after working for this bank for 8.5 years, I chose to resign. And I resigned because my job was stressful. I never came home before midnight. And one day on coming home, our son was then 3 years, told everyone who walked in that his mother never comes home. And that worried me quite a bit. And then the other thing is that I come from a very mixed background. My father is Kenyan, my mother is from Malawi, and I'm married to Charles, who comes from a different part from where my father comes from. And I just thought if my in-laws had this story of me not coming home, they'll just think I'm as mixed up in my background. My life as in my background. And so with those two reasons, I chose to leave the bank and be a stay-home mom. So I've been a stay-home mom. I realized I left the bank in 1996. That is September at 3 p.m. I've never forgotten. And this is one of the greatest, the best decisions I ever made. So I'm married to Charles. Charles and I met in the bank. And I'm forever grateful for the person who introduced me to Neolife. A friend of mine who was my neighbor had actually retired, reached retirement age. And one day she invited me and told me there's something I can do from home. And she asked me to have a look at it. And I always thank God. I don't know where I would be if I did not take that decision today. So if you're here for the first time, I hope that what we'll share will impact your life as it has done for us. And that boy who was 5 years when I left the bank is now 34. He's actually given us a grandchild. And we don't have our second born. Maybe that will be a story for another day. But we do have our third born who turned 24, turning 24 this year. So I'm very delighted, especially for the 24-year-old, that I've been home to see her growing, because I believed at an early age that it's more important for me to leave something in my children than for them. Many of the times we work for our children and not leave something in them. And with that, I'll get us started. So I'm forever grateful that the person who invited me just did me so well. I sincerely do not know where I would be. And then, of course, there's all these other people, Dr. Esses and the team that is here tonight. I always think, where would I have met such social capital if I didn't join such an opportunity? And today I've got a wealth of friends. For me, I think friends are even more important than money you can always make from wherever, but there are people who really are concerned for you, real concern, not just the one of checking on you when things are good, but they're there for you all the time. So that is one of the things that are forever treasure. So let me share my screen and we go right away, we get started and we see that somebody invited you today to come and have a look at what they are having. Dr. Esses, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. We are seeing the screen, but it isn't the slides.
Okay, let me go to the slideshow. Yeah. Okay. I think it is slide now. Wow, yeah, excellent. That is me. I've got a story about that picture, which I'll share just towards the end. But I just want to give you an overview. I think Dr. Esesa did the overview that this is the founder of the company, Neolife. Jerry Brasfield, who started in the US, California in 1958. He's still alive and well and very, very healthy. And he started off because he had a health challenge. He got asthma at an early age. And some of the things and products we'll discuss here tonight actually helped him get off asthma. And as a result of that, he made up his mind that he was going to start the best and the biggest company ever there was. So we're saying we're more than 65 years old, a pioneer in cellular nutrition. And you'll understand that until nutrition gets to your cells, it is actually of no use. And then we have got over 100 milestones in achievements. And then we've got exciting stories all over the world of people who have benefited from this opportunity. And I'm sure we will get to share some of them. Now, one of the things that has kept us in the business for this long, so 68 years in the world and 30 years in East Africa. It came to East Africa through Uganda in 1996. And I'm excited there are people who are actually here who started then, starting, of course, with Dr. Eseza. And I do believe there are people from Uganda who will share with us how it was like 30 years ago to get started. But what has kept this company all this time and in all these 55 markets of the world? These are our values. Number one, absolute integrity in what we say and do. What we say and what we do exactly tally. So we've got absolute integrity. Then people are number one. We are saying do to people what you'd want them to do to you. And these people are so careful about the people that our products will not even be tested on animals. They can only be tested on the real human being. So we've got real products that are done and tested on real people. Then we have products that work. Our products do the work. I said there are some products which if they are for spraying, you spray and pray. Ours, you just spray and you know they will do the work. They are products that do an excellent and amazing job. Then we've got an equal opportunity for all. That means that we are not here for a short while. We are here for a long time. And we know that we can get people from across the board. So we are saying we're here for a long time and it's a long range vision. So it is something you can start. And think in the US and even here in East Africa, we're already on the second generation, meaning it is something that you can start and pass on. I don't know how many of us could be on this call. And I want you to just ask yourself as you're listening to us, is what you are doing, are you able to pass it on to your children? Or will it end when you also end? And then we've got an equal opportunity for all. We are saying we don't care your background. You come with your vision, your dream, what it is that you want to achieve, and we will be able to work with you. So we've got very educated people. We've also got people who are not very educated. We don't care your color, your height, your background. You know, here in Kenya, where I come from, we've got one of the forces, the armed forces. You've got to be a certain height for you to be recruited in the army. And they even take your dental formula. Can you imagine things that you're not almost in charge of that determine whether you get a job or not? And then we are saying we've got a mission. And our mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. We are saying we should leave the world better than how we found it. And we've got products, amazing products. Each time I look at this product, I just get so wowed by them because of the amazing the work they do. So we've got products that make you feel better. Those are our healthcare products. Then we've got those ones that make you look better, our skincare products that are organic. And then we've got products that make you live better. That's to do with the environment. And I will just go through them in a bit. Then we've got a group of scientists who do our research and quality control. So we're not just saying our things are organic and natural. We've got a backup, a very rich group of experts who do our products. And you know, some of these people get their results published in what we call peer reviews. Those are things that are done worldwide by people who check not only we saying we are doing them, but we've got a whole set of other people who are in their own profession qualified, and they do check that the work done by these scientists is actually true. And the man who is on the extreme left, Dr. Arthur Fast here, is the one who was very involved in, he was a top toxicologist, meaning he studied a lot of toxins, and he was very involved in oral chemotherapy. And so these are the people who, we say these are the who in who when health comes to the fore, that you will find them there. And so we are saying that these products are done by world-renowned scientists and experts. So you can be sure that what you're going to get is really good. So what is our problem? We're saying our problem has got to do with diet. They say that diet and disease are relatives. And many of the times when we get unwell, we look at the symptoms and we are not looking at the core thing. What is really causing us this problem? And so we are saying that we've got a problem when it comes to diseases. I tell people that if you're in the background, especially those of us from the Africa continent, We came from a background where you knew an ailment by a local name, by the dialect which you speak. So if you cannot get a name in the dialect that you speak that you now have to coin the name, then that was not originally part of us. It means we have imported it. And we imported the food and imported the diseases that we are now suffering from. We are actually more advanced, but a sicker society. We've got more hospitals, higher technology, but we are a more sicker society. And what is the problem? We are saying that we have changed how we basically eat. This is called the wellness pyramid. It's also known as the health pyramid by the world renowned people on health. And we're saying the first thing you need to do, you need to manage your weight and have some physical activity. Many of us sit in one place, either drive to an office, get into a lift, sit on a chair, come down the lift, come and sit in the car again and drive home and sit on the front of a screen, use remote. We can now remote control everything. And we are saying we're not having physical activity. And then we need to watch our weight because weight determines so many other things. Next, you need to take a lot of whole grains. We say 40% of your diet should be whole grains, and then followed by fruits and vegetables, 30%. For fruits, we are saying at the minimum, do at least 6 to 9 different colors of fruits and vegetables. Most of us take the fruit of the season. Like here in Kenya, we've got a season of mangoes. The area I come from, where my dad comes from, Machakos, is the best place to get this mango. So they are all over. They are just everywhere. You cannot fail to get a mango right now in Kenya. And then we are saying for protein, especially red meat, only 20%, fats and sugars to only 10%. That's how we are supposed to do it. We are being told, we've inverted this, that this is how we are supposed to do things. It seems we have turned it the other way around. But what we are supposed to eat the least, we are eating the most. And we know that we are eating a lot of refined food. Anytime we are eating refined food, we are actually taking sugar. If you remember in school, there was the simple sugars and the complex. So every refined food becomes a simple sugar, and we're just actually putting glucose in the blood. We are not putting any food. And then protein, we eat a lot of red meat, and red meat is not good because it takes 3 to 4 days to get out of your system, and in the process produces a lot of acid, and an acid environment is not good for health. Then for fruits and vegetables, I know that when people are unwell and when we've got growing up children, we are always giving them a fruit and a vegetable. And for those of us who are mothers, you remember that you're supposed to breastfeed up to 6 months. And then after that, you start weaning off the kid and you're told to give them a fruit and a vegetable. But many other times we don't know why we are doing that, because up to 6 months, the breast milk has got enough immunity boost. But after 6 months, they need to develop their own immunity. And that is only done by fruits and vegetables. And in Africa, I think we should not have an excuse for immunity because we've got all these fruits and vegetables. Then whole grains. Of course, when people see you eating whole grain food, it's usually brown in color, doesn't have very good taste. And they all know that you must be unwell to be eating that kind of food. And so we are saying we've turned the pyramid upside down. That is where our problem is. Now, when we eat the wrong way, when we eat the upside down pyramid, we lock up our cells. The outer part of the cell is called the cell membrane, and it's the one that controls everything. You're just as healthy as your cells. And so we are saying that cellular nutrition is very key, that everything happening to your cell will determine how healthy you are. So the cell will determine what goes in and what goes out. And so if you've got an unhealthy cell, it's like one on the left, very little food going in, very little waste coming out. You get very tired. You don't go for a long call every day. But if you eat well, the right-hand side, nutrients can go in and waste can go out. Therefore, you can be healthy. And therefore, we are saying that what this company has done, it has actually provided a solution on every place. It has shown what you can take and what is good for your health. So I'll just briefly touch on the product. Our first product is a TreeNN, whole grain product that helps give you cellular nutrition. And that product will give you 50% more food utilization. That means the food you eat will be more useful in your body when you use this product. It also helps you with energy levels and helps to clean out your system. And that is an excellent product. If you don't understand anything I've said today, just know that TreeNN is one of the products you cannot do without. TreeNN will ensure you've got energy through the day. You know, I've used TreeNN for all those of about 30 years. And I don't go to bed because my body is telling me. You know, I tell some people they're in the yes ministry because their body is the one that just, the head just keeps on going yes because they are nodding to everything. They're so tired and fatigued. It's one of the products that I have to actually look at the clock to tell me to go to bed. And when I go to bed in 5 minutes, I'm asleep. A wonderful, wonderful product. Then we got carotenoid. Carotenoid took 17 years of research for the company to come up with it. Gives you 37% immunity in 20 days. Oh, that is high immunity. And we know in the days of COVID, now we understand immunity. And if your immune is not okay, then every other disease goes with you. And it's got 115 kilos of fruits and vegetable. Surely, even if you were to sit and eat, you wouldn't do that much. It is a wonderful, wonderful product. Helps with the immunity, helps the heart function, especially when it comes to oxidation of cholesterol that happens in the cells and interferes with the veins especially and causes a lot of heart issues. Then we've got an excellent product called the Neolife Shake. Our Neolife Shake is protein, has got the 22 amino acids. Amino acids are building blocks. And if you don't have all the 22, you're compromised. You come up with things like immunity issues. You've got hormonal issues. You also have got allergies because your body is not able to produce the right enzymes to be able to break down food. So our Neolife Shake, excellent. So it will give you antibodies, help with hormones formation, and then also produce enzymes that break down food. And then for our fats and sugars, we've got an excellent product, Omega-3 Salmon Oil Plus. Salmon is from the salmon fish, and it's got all the 8 molecules of the omega-3. Most of the ones that we have, that the cod liver that comes from Africa, it's actually made from the cod fish from the tropics, and it has got only 2 of the 8. So you need all the 8. What we are saying is that this product, when you take it, it's as if you were just next to the Mediterranean with that cold fish and taking it directly into your system. But it is what is more amazing is that it reduces inflammation by 68% in 8 weeks. That is amazing. That's in about 2 months. And then the other thing, it is called press. That is a system they use to package it so that there are no contaminants in it. And then they do over 200 tests because they see things are a bit dangerous because of all the toxins. Everything that seems to be bad is thrown into the ocean. And so they do over 200 tests to remove any toxins and contaminants that could be on that product. So we are saying for you to be healthy, you need those 4 products, those 3 products and the shake. And we are saying that the best thing you could do for yourself if you're here tonight is get yourself a Pro Vitality pack. And because we don't have so much time, I'll ask the person who invited you to give you more details of this product. I call it Get Up and Go product. It is the one product in 3-4 days, amazing energy levels, excellent skin, alertness, concentration, joints that are working well, skin that is glowing, hair, nails, name it. I call it head to toe product, one of the products that you cannot miss out. If you love yourself, you better make sure that after this call, you get yourself a Pro Vitality. Those are the things that the Pro Vitality product has, those 4 items, and those drawings are actually the ingredients from which it is made. And these food are whole grain, they are whole food nutrition, meaning these products work exactly how food works like. It is actually food packaged in a different way. You know, like water can exist as ice, it can exist as steam and liquid. We're just saying this is food packaged in a different way, in an easy way for ease of consumption, for ease of storage, and for movement. You can move around with it. Then our products are GMO. And for those of us who are worried, sometimes they say that they have got a problem with grains. Ours is gluten-free. And then also the capsule, the gelatin, is made from beef. Most of the gelatins, the outer cover, we call it a gelatin. Most of them are made from the pig, and that is because the pig is the cheaper, but ours are made from beef. So those of us who are not of the community who do not consume pork, they can be safe and know that they are onto a good product. So we've got many other products that do different things. Then we also have got children's nutrition, and you know that children are key. In fact, if you don't take care of yourself, many of us suffer diseases because we did not get good nutrition as children. They actually need it more than us. There's something we call 1,000 days of a child's life. That beginning, the 9 months when they're in the time in the womb, the first year and the second year will determine what they suffer from or what their bodies can prevent them suffering from. So we've got children supplements that are easy to take. They're like a sweet. They remove cravings, they give them immunity, and especially with the weather changes, sometimes going back to school when schools are opened, they come up with all sorts of things. Oh, then we've got an amazing cleaning product. These are the products I never can stop talking about them, because for me, when I joined, our pack had cleaning products, it had the health, and it had the skincare. I was very uncomfortable about the health because I thought, I'm not sick, I'm too young. I was about 29. And then the skincare, I got a little bit worried because I'd seen too many people who had like two skin colors. The face and the neck are totally different because of all the chemical things they've applied in the process of trying to get a different color. But the home care products or the cleaning products are amazing. First of all, they're versatile, meaning they're multi-purpose. The other thing, they're very economical. They'll save you a lot of money, and they'll also save your health. And then the other thing about our cleaning products, they are natural. They give low dose. They give a very low dose, a burden to the environment. And so they're concentrated, meaning instead of throwing maybe like one of them like a Super 10, can give you actually up to 11 liters of ready-to-use product. So we are saying instead of throwing 11 bottles of plastic into the environment, you throw out one. And that will give the environment low dose. So amazing, amazing products that if I started to talk about, we would actually sleep here. And then if a child took them by mistake because they are colored, you don't have to worry. Not I'm saying you give them, but they're natural. If they took it, I just say they'll get clean both inside and outside. And when we use this product here, LDC, I don't know, we don't have a life. A testimony I have, our younger daughter, we went to visit a friend when she was 6 years, and they brought bar soap to wash hands, and she said, "Mommy, is this something to eat?" And she said, "What's wrong with your daughter?" And I said, she's never seen anything because she was born when we were using these products, and that's all she's known for the last 24 years. Then, of course, an amazing laundry soap that can be used for both hand wash and machine. For the machine, it actually cleans the machine parts and therefore leaves no residue. So this one can actually be washed in the laundry, in the machine for clothes, and also the dishwasher. For the dishwasher, please do not use the LDC. It's only the G1 that can be used both in the dishwasher and also in the washing machine. An amazing product that does not leave any residue, leaves clothes having a nice fragrance, and just wonderful and nice to wear. And of course, we've got our amazing Super Grow that it helps farmers to get more yield with less costs. And just that it is safe to use. It doesn't have to wear gloves, cover your mouth when you're spraying. And it's an amazing product. Gives you 167% more yield. An amazing product. Then our skincare that makes you look younger for longer. We are seeing they're age defying. They're actually nutrition for the skin. And they just make you look so good. I've often told people that we leave our ages on our documents, either on the ID or passport, because many of the times people look at your skin and they can tell how old you are. They just protect you from the environment so that if you're protected from dryness, damage, and dryness, damage, and you'll find that your skin and dirt, actually dryness, damage, and dirt, they control those three things, and you can look younger for longer. Then, of course, these are the benefits that you get by doing this business. Travel the world, be your own boss, get out of debt, grow as a person, long life relationships. Like I've got friends who've been my friends for almost 30 years. And it's amazing. Then we are just saying that this business will help you to achieve your dreams. And those are some of the dreams you could be having. Just look at it and add yours, which are more. For me, my biggest was to be my own boss, and I wanted to have more family time. So I don't know what your dream is. If you have stopped dreaming, they say most of us die at 25, but we wait for our bodies to catch up at 65. Because if you're dream dead, you don't have a life. And we are saying you can achieve these dreams and more. So tonight, please define what your dream is. Go back. You know, there was a program they used to bring here, when I grow up, I want to be this. What is that thing? And if your dreams are dead, please go and revive them. We are saying we've got just 3 habits that you need to have as part of your life to succeed in this business. 1, we are saying use these products, share the product and the opportunity, and then grow as a person. And we are saying that tree and then or the Pro Vitality that I already showed, we're saying you use it, get energy, and then you are able to help other people. For this example, we are saying that maybe you take your tree and you love your energy levels, you are now very up with everything, your skin is looking good, you are glowing. Actually, by the time you finish a can of tree and then in a month, your skin glows without you applying anything. And we are saying you've got friends who you can share with. So use some and share with your friends. And we are just saying that if you did just this basic one, where you started off with the tree and then pack, and you took one of the 60 capsules container and you sold 6 to your customers, you'll actually make you $30. And that is a good start. I never forget that before this business, I'd never done any business. And so just seeing an income from it, that is something. And this is just initially. You have just used and you have shared what you feel with your friends, and you've got a customer base of 6. From the customers, you actually make profits. This is the only business I know that you actually benefit as you use the products. It's like you're being paid for using them. I don't know whether where you shop in the supermarkets, all the years you've shopped, whatever you have, do they even recognize you? So with this, you're able to make a retail profit and get a bonus and even get recognition. And we are saying it doesn't stop there. Help your friends, 3 of your friends, help them get to that level we call a manager level. By each accumulating, we use points because we are international. And the person who invited you will just tell you a little bit about points. But we use points because we are an international business. We can't use the currencies. We'll get very confused. So if you and your network are able to produce 1,000 points, we call you a senior manager. We are saying that that is already a good business. You'll actually make $300. And that is quite something. $300 converted to the currency of where you are, and you're going to realize this is good money. I never forget, this is the income I got after working in the bank for 8 years. When I left the bank, imagine I was earning only $300 for 8 years and a half. And I thought something was wrong because this is something you can do in about a month. And I thought, was it the bank that was wrong, or was it this business that was not calculating well? We are saying what you do, we go by duplicating. Help other people reach the level you are and you move up the next level. So our business is duplication. People will do what you do. And we are saying if you do that, you end up with that kind of a team, you get to the level we call a director, and a director is our most precious position in this business, because once you become a director, you have understood the business. And from this level, all the others depend on how many more directors you get. And as a director, you earn between $500 to $750. And that I can tell you is good money, irrespective of which part of the world you are. And we are saying that you can actually do more, develop more directors. By the time you develop 3, you move to world team. And world team are people who start traveling the world. Their minimum income is actually between $1,500 to $3,000. Man, that's amazing. In Kenya, $3,000 is somebody probably in the government, a governor, or somebody who is high up, a CEO even, and a high-level CEO would be at that level. And we are saying you can do a lot more. So that is what we are saying. You can even move to a president's team. And a president team is a very prestigious position. You actually become part and parcel of the decision-making arm of the company. You decide where we will go, what we should do, what plan we should have, what changes they should make. And therefore, they become core decision makers. And your minimum is $6,000. Oh, that's amazing. And we are just saying that as you do that, you get recognized. We travel around the world, and these are just some of the places we've been to. My most memorable trip is to London in 2008, when the company had done 50 years, a golden jubilee, and I loved London, the Thames River. We're able to drive through a 6-kilometer drive that was under the Thames River, and I thought there was no water there. Amazing things. I mean, you need to travel for your worldview to change. So London, very, very amazing. Seeing the Big Ben clock, seeing where the Queen lives. Oh, it was amazing. Very clean streets, going through the underground trains, an amazing, amazing experience. My other one was Cape Town, when I was able to go to see the Robben Island, see what we call Table Mountains, used cable cars, and an amazing place where the 2 oceans meet and the waters don't mix. Oh, you need to travel. If you don't travel, your world is only as limited as far as you've gone. That is how far you can think. And this is just the amazing places we've been. And these are just some of the highlights. I've got just a few photos of my husband and I in some of these trips, especially down South Africa. I remember very, very amazing. And we're even able to have one with the founder and his wife. Amazing things. This was in Cape Town. And amazing. And I want to stop there and just say that there are many other things that happen. There are leadership schools as you grow different levels, you go to different places. And then I'm going to share, what does it take for you to succeed in this business? I think at this point, I want to stop. And I want to get one of us, let me see who is here, who can give us a testimony of what this business has actually done for them. The person I'm going to call is Dr. Eseza. Do you have somebody, or do I call someone? Can I invite you to invite someone?
Yes, I had 2 suggestions. I'd ask Lydia Musinguzi, and there's also Teopista. She's somewhere on the call, Kabanyomozi, I think the name is. Okay. But if anybody that you would like to select, but if we can hear from Lydia. Because
Yeah,
Lydia's
sure.
story is amazing. Lydia, I'm going to unmute you. May I? Okay, you can unmute, Lydia.
Welcome, Lydia. Lydia, your story is always so amazing. I can listen to it over and over again. You're one of the very people who have been so resilient and have built a wonderful business. Welcome, Lydia.
Oh my, how are you, everyone?